Welcome back, gang. Before we get started, the only thing that I did off screen was I reseeded the database. So now we have 200 users to work with in our database. Okay, that's the only thing that I changed. Now, what I want to take care of today is I want to start working on the user page. So what we need to do first is go ahead and create a new controller. So that controller will be called PHP Artisan make controller. It'll be in our user folder, and then we're just going to call this member controller, and we'll make it resourceful. Okay. The next thing I want to do is make a new root in our web.php file. So it's root get, it's going to be members. The controller we're going to use is the new one we just created, so member controller class. The function we're going to use is index, and then we'll just go ahead and make this one, the name will be members.index. Okay, and put a semicolon at the end. We'll make sure that member controller is imported at the top, and it is. And now we can go ahead and start working in that controller, member controller. Okay, so we'll be using this function right here, the index function. And what we want to do is return inertia, make sure we import that, render. Okay, so it's going to be in the user folder. It's going to be in the members folder, and the actual view name will just be index. Okay, now we want to put a comma, open up some brackets because we're going to have an array, and the prop that we're going to be sending into the view, it's members. Okay, and we'll do it this way for now. We'll do user all, but we will change that later because all is really not good for performance purposes. So we'll just use it for now just to get us going. And then let's go ahead and create the new view. So we'll go to resources, JS, pages, and then scroll down to the user folder. Make sure you click user, and then we'll open up a new page. We'll start it off with the folder members, and then the page name, the view name will be index.view. Okay, so now we have two folders in our user folder. Okay, so let's go ahead and add the HTML. We'll go ahead, we'll add our script tags. It's the wrong one, but it's fine. And now here we want to add in our props. And our props for this page will be members. Okay, so right now we'll just add a temporary div and we'll say members just to make sure that it's coming through. Let's make sure there are no errors in here. Nope, we're good. Let's go ahead and refresh. We'll also open up our inspection tools. So this URL we need to get to is now /members. We'll open up our view tools. Might need to refresh that. Okay, let's try this one more time. Open up our inspection tools, head down to view. Members is here, which means the view page itself is coming in. We'll open up inertia, index, and here are our members. We have 200 of them. Okay, so now we can get to work on our view page. So the first thing I want to do, we can go to dashboard and copy this because some of it's the same. So we'll just copy and then make changes to it as we go along. paste. Okay, so first we need to import the pages layout. So import pages layout from at layouts / pages layout. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and add our components here. Curly braces, pages, layout. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is now, let's see, kind of want to change some of these. I'm just going to grab some code and copy it over. It'll save us a bit of time. Okay, so in this first div here, we're just changing up a few things. We're making a flex call, item center, and then we added some small sizes to it. Okay, our H2 class, it's pretty much the same. And then our, in here, this H2, it's going to be, instead of this, it's going to be inertia link. And this will be href equals, and we'll just open that up for now. The route we're going to use is members.index. Okay, and the only classes that I want on this are capitalize and underline. Okay, now all we need is just the text members. Okay, under this H2 class we're going to add a span tag, and I'll go ahead and copy some more classes in there. Okay, we'll go here. Okay, and in this tag I just wanted to say visit your, and in that one we're going to add another inertia link. And this one we haven't created a link for it yet, we're not there yet, so we'll just add a hashtag for it. And this one will just say friends. Okay, I do want to add some classes to this, not many, just a couple. So it's underline, and then hover with text green at 500. Okay, so let's just take a quick look and make sure that we didn't break anything. We can close this. Okay, great. So it says members here, our link works, and our hover works. Okay, so let's just keep pushing on. Okay, so under this template, I want to start adding some divs for our users so we can display them and be able to manipulate them from there. Okay, so we'll add a div class of small flex wrap. Okay, we'll open that up, and then it'll be an inertia link. And the href will be, we'll just leave it like that for now. Open it up. Okay, so we can see it clearly. It'll be route profiles.show, and then we'll have member.username. We'll add a class of small width 1/2. So we're going to display these in a loop. I just wanted to get some of the basics down before we got into it. So it'll be v4 member in members. Matter of fact, let's take this, put it in some parentheses, and then we can also add index. So now our key will be index. Okay. Now here we want a div. I'm gonna go ahead and type some. I'm gonna cut and paste some more styling for this. Okay. Paste. And all it is just flex, item center, a little background, some padding, border left, little margin top, and some hover states. Don't forget, I am adding this code to GitHub, so you'll have it there and you can take a closer look at it. Okay, so now in this flex, we need 2 flex boxes times 2. And the first one, it'll be flex, flex, shrink, shrink, 0. Open this up. And now we can put in our image. Okay, so the source is actually going to be source is going to be member profile photo URL, and then all we'll just do member username. Okay, so we need some classes on this, so we'll add it at the end here. Class, it'll be a height of 8, width of 8, and if you're noticing a trend, we want to keep our user image pretty much the same all throughout the app for consistency. Full, unless it's necessary to make it bigger or smaller or whatever. This is pretty much going to be the styling for it. Okay, so that's our image class. So now the last div that we have here, it's going to have a class of flex, flex grow, and overflow hidden. Okay, what that overflow hidden, it's just going to keep the actual box of the users from piling over each other. Span tag with a class of text large and margin left 3. Okay, let's not have all that. 3. And then it's just going to be member username. Okay, well, let's take a look. Hopefully this works. Let's go ahead and refresh it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. There we go. So now we can hover over all the users, and looks good. So this is a quick edit from the future. I didn't realize that this default image is already round, so I didn't notice that the one that we have for this user that we're in is not round, and all that is that I forgot to add a D to this rounded. Okay, now we'll go ahead, refresh it, and then it should display correctly. There we go. Okay, so that was just a quick edit from the future, so if things look like they're out of line, that's why. So now what I want to do is, anytime that I have anything in a v-for loop, I try to extract it into its own component for the simple reason that it makes things a lot easier. For example, let's say some of these people here listed are your friends, and you might want to put maybe some kind of icon or something to specify whether or not they're friends, you know, have like a little user icon or something. It just makes it so much easier trying to make it work with that if you've extracted these into their own components. So how we would do that is we already have a components folder. So we can create a new file and we'll call this one user block.view. Okay. So now on the index page, we don't need this anymore. We can close that. On the index page, let's see. We can take this whole thing cut it out, and now in here we can just go ahead and paste it. Okay, we'll make changes to this in a second. Let's just add the component in here first. So user block. Okay, so we can import prstu port user block from at components user block. Okay, and then we can go ahead and add it down here to our list of components, user block. Okay, so now we need to send this prop to our new component, and we can do that by just saying, let's say items. And we'll do that in case we might want to use this for something else, like another set of users, or have a different set of usernames, you know, to make it more dynamic. So for example, we'll put in here for right now, we'll put members, but we're also going to be using this user block. We can use it for our friends page as well. So it'll be the exact same layout. Items will just be the common name for it. And then you can add whatever your prop is in here, and that prop will be sent to that component. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so now up in the component, let's go ahead and make some changes to this. The first thing we need to do is add our script. Okay, and in the script, oops, we'll add new props, and then the props for here will just be items, because that's what we're sending in from the main parent component. Okay, we'll send it in. So now we can change this to, let's see, item.username. So then this will be item, and this will be items. And now this one, and this one will be item. Okay, now if we did everything correctly, we shouldn't get any errors, but you never know. So let's go ahead and refresh. And it works the exact same, no errors, no anything. Okay, so that's that. In the next episode, we are actually going to create a new link for this, but I want to do it in a very specific way, so it'll be its own video. And also we're going to do in that video, we're going to start pulling in some font awesome icons so that we can have them as part of our links here and just use it, you know, throughout the app. So that's enough for me today. Thanks for watching, guys. Please click like if any of this helps you. I would really appreciate it. We're done for today. I'm pushing everything up to GitHub. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.